Atis also does not have a cellular, or unless he does, and I'm just tweeting.
Hell nah.
Yeah, so Atis...
He's been off into the dreamlands and shit.
Yeah, so Atis, gets... You guys all find messages from V saying, hey, there's an acquaintance that Isilme, hired in the past. I worked with him. That's how I first got into, expeditionary missions. His name's Charles Benedict. He will be in the market area of the Blackchapel district of Zorea, and talk to him. Let him know of the brief rundown of the mission, and bring him to the clinic when you were all done and purchasing supplies. It's odd. Like even people who come in here think of it as a cursed building. Which is not exactly the best thing for religious grounds. You're not sure why it's cursed. Some say that there were dark gods that used to inhabit this building long before humans from Terra settled into the region. Others say that this building was erected to dark gods, or like great old ones, before being converted to a building to many gods, not just any particular set of gods. Recently, there's only been one priest who's trying to turn things around. You don't know his name, but you do know that this is meant to be a place of refuge. A lot of homeless people come in here seeking shelter, and the head priest often accommodates for them, feeds them, and keeps them shelter. And Hunter is like half awake and
don't give me hope.
Under might just eat Charles, bro. He looking like a scrambled egg, bro.
No, bro, he just turned 7.
Looking like a scrambled egg. What fucking scrambled eggs have you been eating? Dude's as raw as they get.
Right, you have not seen Charles's weird eggs, bro. You don't know about the weird eggs he cooks.
Why do you keep saying weird eggs?
Okay, so this is brand new lore, because I watched Shaw cook eggs this morning, and he cooked them really weird. So I'm like, and I asked about it, he's like, yeah, this is how Charles makes eggs. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean? He was like, I was like, he wanted to make scrambled eggs with cheese. So what he did was he started making sunny side up, and then he threw the egg on top. He threw the cheese on top, and then he started scrambling those. I'm like, why did you do it like that?
Why do we need to take a merchant in?
Well, V says they don't, though.
All right.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Just have to walk into the market.
Turn the corner slowly.
And you see Charles Benedict and flanked on the other side by Cavendier Thimblepot the gnome.
Holy shit!
I was giggling at a gnome name. Did V give us a description of Charles?
Oh, absolutely. If you would say, you would know who Charles looks like by the smell of him.
Just imagine we walk in, we turn to the left, and he's like, "Yep, that's Charles."
Is that a walking egg?
I'm sure he could do more than walk. Well, they call him so. The name is Vothamo. They told us to come find you, and that we may need your help with something.
What is this something you speak of?
Just small work. Go help a politician with some sheep.
Sheep. Okay. Would you be interested in looking at my inventory of merchandise for a second?
Sure, what do you have?
Well, we have many different types of eggs, and there's different types of frying pans that you can use. Why don't you take a look at these 2 items I sell?
Is it just frying pans and eggs?
Yes, sir, do.
That's why his business. That's why his business is booming. No one else is like this on the market.
Not optimized.
He
knows
really
the market.
cornered the market.
Personally, is there a mithril grade frying pan?
The mythical green art. I mean, maybe Charles does have that capacity.
A waffle iron.
To make waffles?
She got you there.
Well, you two introduce yourselves to our new party member. I'm gonna do some shopping.
Otis introduced himself.
I've been trying to get into making waffles, but I never seem to get the better rights.
Waffles are a pretty good start with side of eggs, you know.
So true, honestly.
I never thought about it that way.
That's why he's the egg exarch.
Dude, I see why he cornered the market, dude. This man is a fucking revolution.
Dude, call him
Holy shit.
Charles D. Rockefeller, bro.
The will of D. Formally. Like, to a too formal degree. And begins introducing himself. I'm Planeswalk Artis, peacekeeper between realms and emissary of the Celestial Council. Pleasure to meet you. Honorable Charles.
I'm Linnell. Nice to meet you as well.
You,
I look forward to working with you.
you see a very
You are showing
tall,
a great knight.
you see a very tall, pale-skinned, crimson-haired, a warrior, and relatively like shorter than average, pink-haired woman with casual gear, completely a lot more different than what this guy looks like. This guy definitely looks like he's a traveler of different places, whereas Linnell looks like an average Zurian citizen, albeit with a little bit more done up with hair and perhaps makeup. On this wall as well as like idols here depicting each of them, and you see their scripture in front of this man, and you do know from Jonathan's recall knowledge, this is a Flamen. We'll go ahead and spell that out. Flamen are designated like official priests, pontiffs in Roma, meaning he is an actual like sanctioned, which is to say, he himself is a bit of a pretty like high-ranking figure, which makes you wonder why he's taken like residences. Like he should be running like a cathedral somewhere, like something grand and very
Just a simple chapel.
just a simple dinky chapel in one of the less well-off districts of the city.
Something in the back?
That I do wish to inquire though. You are
Oh,
adventurer, mercenary.
I am... Yes, an adventurer. But I suppose... You do adventuring registries here? Then I suppose I have not.
There is the archive. There is the Archive Lodge to the north of the building. You could register with them if you were looking to become an Argonaut, but no, this is just a holy sanctuary for the moment. I do offer supplies for those who are embarking on more dangerous tasks. I won't deny the services of those who do need to fight the good fight. You see another fellow here is just like sleeping at the desk.
Charu! This deviant little creature will change gender right in front of my
Also,
eyes.
okay, yeah, so
Admittedly, I was kind of just curious about what was being sold here.
you know, the Flamen Suleiman would offer his services to you guys. As long as you are righteous believers of something, he does not really care what deity you worship.
Oh, thank God. So I'm actually praising Cthulhu.
He will kill you.
Praise
To his word, then, is he?
I allow all beliefs. Woo? Okay.
Wow, bigot.
Listen, guys, he's a priest, okay?
It's like going to an actual church and it's like, everything is welcomed here, my child. Even worship of the devil.
You're just asking for it at this time.
Even ball?
Here I've acquired over a few years ago with the funds that I've saved during my journey as a journeyman priest. I've been, unlike other educational institutions, thankfully the College of Pontiffs is mostly free of tuitions. I've been collecting some of my services and trying to renovate it. Now I have a single-purpose chapel. I wish to make it a beacon of hope and light within the smoggy streets of Zorea. I've been very well aware that I'm coming in at this from an outsider's perspective. I'm not native to Zorea. I come from elsewhere. And I understand many people will not be coming into the services of a priest who is both foreign and setting up shop in a place such as this. It's an uphill battle, but I do it for the gods. And hopefully I do it for people who are yearning for some measure of
He's just doing some
salvation.
exploration.
Inside the door.
I like how he's went.
Shaw,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You left the church and you just been standing right at the door.
You ran the other way. Ah, it's good to know. And well, hopefully, I'll be requiring your services further on out. I'll take this holy water for now.
Very well.
I'm curious to see the effects of holy water in this place. What god have you used to bless it?
I mostly rely on the blessings of the Sky Father. You know, it's a place like this, people don't usually get to see the sky, with how the smoke covers it. The smog builds up the layer of ash and smoke. People have forgotten what the sky looks like sometimes, especially those in the sump level further below. But I call unto many gods. I have not actually chosen a patron deity just yet.
Very well. I'll be off.
And he will not. And he'll return back to his place on the dais, reading scripture, pouring through the ledger.
Alright. Your name?
Ah, that's right. Suleiman Mala. But you can call me Sully.
I see, Sully. Name sorted. Well met.
Look forward to seeing you again, Mr. Artis.
And now, what the hell is out on these streets? There's barbarians running around.
Yeah, walking past. You walk
where are
past
you
like
going?
broken bottles of like alcohol and cigarette butts everywhere.
Oh man. Unclean.
Yeah.
Nundir, come back. You have to meet our new teammate.
Just say closed at the moment, so you can't just walk in.
Damn.
That didn't stop me. That sign can't stop me because
You
I
can't read.
can't
Hello, my
read.
art fellows.
Oh. But you know, you guys see it under Artis.
No, I was doing minor amounts of map clearing.
Anundio, we will be working with this man for this mission. His name is Charles.
Pleasant to meet you on this fine day.
And then there's giving a very visibly kind of disgusted look on his face.
It wasn't like this in your time period. Why are there so many weirdos in the future?
He's just gonna point. He's gonna be like,
It's true.
Yeah, that is what happened.
"Are
Yeah.
you?"
It's true. Everyone did turn slightly evil for those moments.
Dude, I thought everyone was gonna come back. I thought the actions we did there didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. That he told
That's
me no,
it's
there's-
okay. You can cope about that, John. You can help that cope.
Dude.
You.
No one told me this.
In my defense, Adrian was going up to get Dr. Sume. He wasn't there.
No one told me until Dr. Somei told me as he was doing the ritual, and I was like, what?
Listen, Dr. Asoba does not care either way, but like, it's not his morality that's stained. It's he's long grappled that a long time ago.
God damn it, I hate working with Satan.
Where's Anundir?
Shaitan.
I'm
Did he-
buying.
He's
Oh,
buying
he's
alcohol.
Getting goods.
You never know when you're gonna need 5 of these.
Dude, he... 5.
You never know when you're gonna.
He's a big boy.
He's a big egg.
Growing boy.
I see. No, it's just...
Does Charles grow by chance or no? Does he just remain 6'8"?
You remain
He
6'4", 6'4".
No, he shrinks.
Yeah, he's tall and lanky like John.
It's just surprising
Are they
to
brothers?
see you here. It's just surprising to see you here, Charles. It's. last
Look,
time I
I'm just
saw
saying he
you,
doesn't
were
have
on-
yellow eyes.
You were on a terror
That's
list.
true.
Yeah, it was all like a vivid memory. I was only 2.
And now you're what? 7?
Yes. Turned 7. I'm a big boy.
Wait, you're 7?
They grow up so fast, I suppose. Are we all done with our shopping? I
Sure.
believe.
You watch as Anundir stuffing alcohol into like his spacious pouch.
Boring.
In the world, I think is important.
Boring.
And if you guys are looking for Dr. Somei, he will be in this room when you are ready. But yeah, you walk in, very clean, pristine clinic. The lingering smell of hand sanitizer is a constant in the clinic here. You see that there are various staff members work on different assignments. You see the front 2 desk workers. You see Farah, who's currently kind of working on punching in some reports on this like touchscreen, basically like computer, like widescreen computer. You see a beastkin, Zufar. He's currently relaxing and he's got like his little top hat settled on one of the chairs. There are the 2 terminals here. Like I said, when you guys are ready, head over to the office here.
An assignment up near the, needs to be outskirts
Of course, yes. You're helping my friend Harvey with that sheep incident, right?
Yes, that's correct. I'm just informing you that we did indeed take the job, and after speaking with Asilme, we're going to be heading up.
Wonderful, wonderful. Honestly, it's good that you guys are getting to know Harvey. He's such a pristine gentleman. You know, his accent, it's something reminiscent of a Southern Fredonian, but he is very kind. Every time I visited him, he's shown a spirit of hospitality. He's welcomed me in when I haven't had anywhere else to turn to when I was trying to found the clinic here in Zoreya, so I hope he's able to share that level of hospitality and kindness to you.
Linnell will whisper over to V and say, "Someone's gonna cry."
Archimedes
I
flaps his
really had no
wings.
idea Mr. Shepard helped us out so much at the clinic. Did he help you found the clinic?
He did sell this building to me, yes. He owns a few properties, but he's trying to sell them all. He's actually, going under market value. He says the losses don't really matter to him in the long run. He's just more focused on his herding business and making sure the sheeps and goats and cattle are all good, well and good, of course.
I see. Well, I'll have to extend some more gratitude his way when I see him again. I really had no idea that he helped us out so much.
Of course. Again, give him my gratitude. Say, let him know I said my hellos, and don't let me take up too much of your time.
Right, of course. I will see you later. I'll update you in case anything happens.
Sure not.
He's kind of hungry.
Dude, he might kill that bird, bro. Bro, you don't know what's in his spell sheet. I do. I helped him set it up.
Yeah, Charles Bennett is actually an intelligent person. he's
Please.
book smart.
Please tell me he knows Disintegrate.
Dude, why would he know that?
Oh, hey, these are still here. Well, that's crazy.
Dude, why would Charles Benedict know Disintegrate? That'd be
I feel like
crazy.
Charles Benedict might be a war criminal in the past.
Dude, he's 7 years old. What passed?
In year one.
Exactly. That means that his past has just ended. They're still fresh in his.
It's just him overcooking his eggs.
That's the cover story. He's actually a CIA plant.
No, he's been on the run for the past 5 years.
It's like some of them have some clinics have already opened it, accepted them with open arms. The fact that there's a shortage of physicians and surgeons, and so they compensate that with some measure of machinery. Silme has installed this mostly as a out of pragmatism, mostly because there just aren't enough surgeons. He and Blackwell are really like the only qualified surgeons in the area, and of course, V has gotten to the point where now they have their doctorate, they also have a surgical license to perform surgeries as well, and not just assist. There's a number of different equipment, as well as like a server bidet like base right here. A different number of vials and poultices and serums. You see Silme's like briefcase on the side here. Just straight up, just black, like a jet black color. Nothing particularly stand out. Charles, it's been a while.
Oh, yeah. Wait, my mic kind of. Sorry.
You're good.
Why, hello. It has been a while. Last I saw you, I was still 2.
That's right, your age. A number of years ago, out in that desert, and they near erased, huh? Well, I've gathered you all today for a purpose beyond, of course, the mission that you've been assigned by our lovely secretary. I've been informed by Votham about the circumstances regarding this individual. I would like to have further testimonies to back up the claims that you have made. Not that I am denying or putting into doubt the words that you've placed. Can everyone agree to what they've seen or to the character
How much does he know about this? I
they've
turned
spoken
and pointed
to
at Charles.
yesterday at graduation? I was under the impression he was informed of this ahead of time.
Did you guys not inform him? I was late to shopping,
No, we grabbed him and then we did some shopping.
so you didn't explain anything to him.
No, you got here sooner than I thought you would, honestly.
That is not a very good excuse, Jonathan. Anyway,
Why is it only on me? No one else said
To be
anything.
fair, Voldemort, it's also your responsibility as well. I do not expect Jonathan to carry out all of this.
I was took out my merchant stall.
Also, who is this? He looks to Linnell and Aunties.
this is Linnell, friend of, I believe it's a friend of Emily, and Atis. Actually, Atis, I believe you have some business with Silme, right?
I can't really. It's hard to remember.
Retrograde amnesia.
Something like it.
Lovely. There's no medical cure for that. Unfortunately, for the 23rd century. Regardless. You've
All that being
been made
said-
clear about the situation. You know what these folks are up to. I see a man of your stature and your appearance is accustomed to dealing with the occult.
Yes, I should say I support the claims that this Harvey Shepherd is not a man in the classical sense. Yellow eyes, and, well, it's clear as day he's...
But he has roped you
related
into a scheme of his.
to the Yellow Cult.
In a public place, no less. Do what you have to do. I can only do so much on my own end.
So, what are you supposed to do? Just do this job for him and try to ignore him the best we can afterwards?
Do you see him as a threat?
Hmm.
That is the number one question we must answer.
Hmm. He's gonna kind of think for a bit before saying, in this reality, if what he's saying is true and he's just retired and just trying to make his living as a humble shepherd and farmer, I wouldn't see him as a threat, but knowing what we know, it's up in the air.
6, 7 years now. He has a daughter as well.
He has a daughter.
Yes. She's usually secluded up on their ranch on the southern side, on the promenade outside the city of Zarea. No doubt that is where his lost sheep are.
Now, Dr. Selman, what do you think? Do you think these lost sheep are truly sheep?
He's a shepherd, no? Contraction of
True.
sheep herder. That is his livelihood. Am I
Well,
going
that
to
is
assume
true.
that they are aberrant in nature? Perhaps. Maybe they are just regular sheep after all. Maybe they are
Well,
mutated,
it's
I
not
can't
only-
say.
It's not only that, it's just, well, with his position, sheep could also mean his own followers.
Or the masses in general. No, unless you like your chances, like the beer baron, and want to risk assassination. I would say stick to your current vocations. But you have been united here for one purpose or another. Speaking of, and I'll turn to Anundir. Migo are known to communicate with followers of the Unspeakable One. The ones that likely have shot you forward in time, Anundir. They're likely with Harvard Shepherd's bunch. Could not say where. Maybe you'll find out later, but I can safely assume he is associated with them. So if you are looking for revenge, follow Harvey Shepherd's scent. I'll turn to Atis. Planeswalker, what say of you?
As if he's having a headache. I don't know.
The offer is open. I have various means of acquiring memories such as that, if that is something you would like to open up to. Regardless, you've been sent here by your council, perhaps for this purpose. What other purpose would you be sent here for? If not for to take down, or at least defeat, the last shepherd of his cult.
I suppose that could be it. I'm a peacekeeper. And I suppose cultists would
To make them
cause conflict.
understand that there is a wider threat. You cannot specify it as a yellow cult threat. Let's make that known. The fewer people that know of this knowledge, the better. But,
Right.
as I said, building rapport with the community, having them trust you all with your word, that will go a long way.
So, I understand the mission, like the overall goal, but how are we supposed to get the community to trust us?
You must go to various leaders of the community, which means Argonauts,
Players?
gangsters, tavern keeps, the local wizarding guild, all the like.
I guess just offer our services and build a rapport with them.
Build rapport with them. Get them to see what you see. And they will help us, no doubt.
I see.
Reputation with my occult activities. They would not trust a word I would say.
No, that's fair. Well, all that being said, I believe we should be making our way to Shepherd's house now.
He'll nod and he'll say, if there's any questions, any lingering doubts, any conversations, I will remain at the clinic. I will do what I can, of course.
Right.
You've already informed Blackwell of your absence. I will fill in your position as need be.
That's good. That's reassuring.
He'll look to the others. If you guys have any questions you want to pose for Khalida Silme, it is now is the time. Before you make your way up to the promenade level of Zarea outside the city. Lower city. I do not want to position myself as a god. I did not change or alter events or create new events. Fate itself was twisted. I simply gave it a guiding hand. I'm facing my own consequences for such actions, but they are not yours to deal with.
No. I suppose not.
I assure you Harvey Shepherd was here, regardless of my tampering. He's been here before, and he remains after. He is simply aware of what we've done.
Very well. Well, that's all for me.
Take care, Planeswalker.
He'll nod.
Yes?
This doll-like creature approached me, named Ditto. Does this name ring a bell?
Yes, actually, he was the one who told me to meet you.
Very well. I just wanted to establish that as a matter of fact. He is keeping secrets from me. He is keeping secrets from you. I can't guess as to why. Perhaps he has some measure of enjoyment or investment in the matter. Do you trust it, this creature?
She kind of like looks a bit lost in thought, but well, he did claim that we were old friends or something. Honestly, I don't know. Her face like slowly starts to take a more grimace turn, and I don't know how to explain it. I can't recall anything, but there is this pain in my chest.
A lingering feeling of hollowness, or is it just a pain in your soul?
I'm not sure.
I will try to contact this Ditto creature again. I want to establish some certainties before I establish a consistent line of communication with it. I wanted to inform you.
Okay. She's just gonna walk up as if nothing happened.
That one is odd.
I'm not just thinking a lot about what we have done. I don't regret it one bit, just... I don't know. It's just a lot to remember and to think about. I'll be fine. I'll do what has to be done when the time comes.
John and the others need you fine. If you're going to do what I presume you're doing.
What do you presume?
I don't think this finding of lost sheep is going to be simple. He would not have hired you, all of you, for such a simple task. He would have hired a team of professional trackers for that.
See, that's what I was thinking as well. But I'll keep an eye out and.
Nundir, you have never seen this many people packed in a single place before, even as you have explored around, albeit in a more drunken manner. For some of you, this is life. This is everything you know and know about the world, and the frontier and the countryside is very foreign to you. But for some, the countryside and the open air and seeing the naked stars as they are without the light pollution of the city. It'll be a welcome to see that again as you make your way outside of the promenade, exiting the portcullis, the Zarayan quote-unquote police, those that remain as the Alabaster Enforcers, or the criminal organization that basically act like the police in the Mizano level. There is barely a police precinct or enforcement that is going on. There's just so many people and not enough people to have join the law enforcement. A thin layer of mist drifts lazily across the surface of the water, swirling around twisted trees whose gnarled roots jut from the muck like skeletal hands. The fog hangs low, curling through the brambles and reeds, obscuring your vision beyond a few feet. Occasional ripples disturb the water, though the source remains hidden in the murk, although some of you have found out that they were amphibious creatures like the frogs. A chill creeps through the air, sinking into your bones as the distant croak of frogs and buzzing of insects echo faintly, like whispers from the swamp itself. This is known as the Jiub Swamp. It is the area that is filling up the southern area of Zoraya. Not many people consider this place home. Only the most brave, most courageous, and perhaps the most stupid make their way here to establish ranches. Unfortunate that the people of Zoraya don't have much else to go out beyond the city, as what awaits them is this swampy mass. You get a +1. You already have a +1 applied. Go ahead and roll survival, as all of you.
There's no way, bro. I gotta use my second.
No!
Son of a bitch.
That will succeed. The DC was 25. You go ahead and get yourself a hero point back because you built rapport with Charles Benedict.
Oh, thank God.
I knew it was a heroic moment.
But for those frogs, it's a moment of villainy.
It really is. They're gonna remember
Never
that.
be forgotten.
Those frogs will remember that.
Well, they won't because they've been cooked. But
Well, the poison frog will survive.
Dude,
that one's gonna remember.
he will tell stories.
He will. The swamp's even less. You are all mostly city folks. As you trust the frontiersman, this wild Viking with a bear pelt atop his head. In this moment, another looks more bear than man. Perhaps not heroin bear, but, you know, who knows what sort of narcotics this man may have gotten up to in the meantime. But regardless, he helps you walk over these crawling branches that are spread apart, this mire here. You can smell various bits of... you can smell like the dirty like swamp water here. It kind of just fills your lungs with this like acrid scent. And you are all hoping to get out of this as soon as possible. And thankfully you do, as you do come across this very renovate the place, or at least clean it up a bit. Cleaned up. You see that there are these statues of these humanoid figures, perhaps celestial or angelic. They have these blindfolds over their eyes. Some of them are just, they don't appear to have weapons, but they're just kind of watching over. You see these two gargoyle statues that are watching the entrance from behind as you turn around the front entrance to see them peering over the entire courtyard area. The door appears to be unlocked, the actual manor itself. Harvey Shepard definitely undersold what his abode is like, because you were expecting, probably some of you were expecting a ranch, like a small one-story ranch. No, this appears to be a two-story manor in and of itself. This man appears to live a little bit on the wealthier side of things. Gated walls and all that. And one of them appears to depict some sort of battle between men clad in blue uniforms versus men clad in gray uniforms. They appear to be engaging in musket-line fire, with a figure standing in the middle, carrying a shepherd's cane, and raising a flintlock musket in his other hand, the painting definitely directs most of the attention onto this individual as sunlight kind of pierces through the gray clouds above, as he appears to be leading the charge, or at least appears to be the main centerpiece for this large painting.
No, is that him?
It's safe to assume that that's him. Does he
Did he-
want us to go somewhere in particular? Or just
I will say, you guys say it's him, but it appears to be depicting a battle from centuries ago.
not a fun thing to deal with.
Luna would just kinda start humming to herself.
And it slightly echoes across this large open space. The crenellations above, you can see that there is, again, so much classical, so many classical paintings around. There's definitely this definitely looks like an entranceway to amaze or perhaps impress, not regular people. Certainly not you guys. You guys are not the target demographic for such a austere entrance. This is for Alticians. These are for noblemen and politicians who come visit him at his estate here. Makes you wonder why they would come and visit here. But it also it's probably no surprise that Harvey Shepard mostly resides in the city itself. This is mostly his personal abode, and his daughter, as you see a young woman make her way down the stairs. Quite coarse, very long flowing dress, the hemp skirt kind of flowing about as she moves down. And as she sees all of you, some of you standing, some of you sitting, she says, "Go on, go ahead and sit down for me. We'll begin here in a second."
Is your father not home?
I can answer that question when you've all been seated.
I'll take a seat.
Very well.
With the deep sigh, V will also take a seat.
What about the remaining two characters with the letter A?
Otis will pray for answers, but I assume he gets none.
Not in this place.
Oh, it's not like he was getting them in the first place. He'll sit down.
What about Anundir?
I am fine.
It really is in your best interest, Mr. Uberson, if you were to sit down. You wouldn't want to make a young girl like me be really upset over nothing.
I don't really care.
But I do.
Anundir.
You're in my abode. The law of hospitality requires a measure of respect.
Anundir, just sit down so we can get this over with.
He's gonna take a vase with him to the seat.
Very well. The
Just
vase in
sit
this
down.
the vase this one looks more like a Thessalian one. It depicts what appears to be like a line of Thessalian hoplites, like an orange vase with the black outline, the characters and whatnot, almost like oil-like. I don't know if it's some people, poachers out here in these parts, you know.
Right. So, what general direction are they in?
If you continue down south and turn a little bit eastward, past this one large, very ugly-looking tree with almost like a face on it, I think around that area. After that, I can't tell you. It's so scary out there, you know. Caiman, large mosquitoes, all this other stuff. They say there are giant frogs out there.
Right. Is that all the information you have for us?
She kind of thinks I'm really trying hard to think. Off the top of my head, as far as I know.
Right. Well, where is your father? Is he out and about?
Oh, Daddy's quite busy
Although,
right now. I
you
really
needn't
do
worry
like
about
looking at architecture. That's what I like looking at. The design of buildings, like this one. I even told Daddy to tell some of the builders here to, build it in the old style of some of those European, late European castles and whatnot. And he liked the idea. So the lavishness is mostly my idea. He would have preferred a very humble ranch from like Fredonia or something. But we're well off. I say, why don't we indulge a little bit?
That does explain the architecture around here. You designed this entire castle?
No. I'm no child prodigy, but I did have my hand in drawing up some of the sketches. But we hire professional architects and builders.
Oh. Well, I mean, if they based them off of your sketches, then I mean, I'm sure they did a pretty good job. And by proxy, it must have been good sketches. With like some of your hair covering one of your eyes, it's reminiscent of that sort of culture and scene.
Very well.
Yeah,
I'm
all
not
things,
familiar.
all things considered, I would take it as a compliment. You look very, handsome.
But yeah, if you feel like I can hook her up with you.
No. It's not right for me to mess with mortal affairs.
Why not?
I am also far older, chronologically speaking. You never know who's listening.
Considering his position, Linnell, I don't imagine that.
Probably
he
no
would stick
older
around for
than
very long. I doubt it'd be a very
18, 19, 20.
Anything.
Probably doesn't get to socialize with many people. She was so ready and very, very happy and energetic to speak to a bunch of strangers, even though she casually mentioned how her father has enemies. She did not even consider that perhaps all of you could have just jumped her right there and then.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we should have.
Dude, Charles should have done spell strike instantly.
Disintegrate. I mean, he doesn't have disintegrate,
No,
guys.
hold on. When she comes back, can I use the telepathic? Just throw like at the Earl.
Okay, wait, no, don't.
Charles is a free agent. He can do what he pleases.
Toss his face at a
Now, welcome to my house, everybody. And then Charles runs up and just thwacks her in the head with his frying pan.
Peter Griffin death pose laid out.
I assume you're here about my father's business.
He's giving you the look of his token.
He turns around. Anandir, this young girl has way more strength than she lets on.
Yeah. He's gonna like furrow his brow and he's gonna stare at Linnell. How big is Linnell?
She's like 5'5".
5'5".
Yeah, she looks like a doe-eyed young girl, but she's got like the strength of a Valkyrie.
And I grab her, pick her up.
She's grabbing you.
Yeah, but I'm reversing.
No, Linnell, are you resisting or are you letting him do it?
I mean, unless it displays to like violence, so she's not gonna resist.
Is this for violence, Anandir?
No, he's just like grabbing her and just like hoisting her up.
Yeah, you watch this 7-foot-tall Viking hoist up this 5'5"
You're
young
slightly
girl.
less of a retard.
Yeah, no, I think that. Actually, no, it's I think that's a beats it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you like holster her up, you notice like around her like neck has another ever seen like a doll before.
Anandir might have likely seen some dolls, yeah.
Like, you know how like dolls have like those joints?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he would notice one around Linnell's neck.
Yeah, at this point, Anandir, she does not look human.
Ugh. He'll drop her like she's ick.
You land square on your back and butt. So.
You prepared this tea, you don't know what it is?
I ordered the animated staff to prepare the tea. I would have some maids to do it, but again, we don't have any human maids.
Oh, yeah, of course, I understand.
Don't worry, it's not poisonous. Why would I want to poison my guests?
That's fair. I'm just quite particular about my tea. Percy, what's the tea check to figure out what sort of tea is this?
Tasting it?
I would say probably nature check.
I believe to identify taste it would be perception.
Yeah. If you're going by taste, you can, but if you're going by the plant itself, trying to identify it, that would be nature. Dang, says people want to kill
I
this
don't
shit.
know what this is.
Yeah, you have
he
no
does
idea what it is,
for
but
who he
it tastes okay. I don't understand why.
And
He's an honest and forthright man.
No, a lot of people can have enemies, even people that you think are, perfect in every way, shape, and form. Everyone's got enemies in some way, in some capacity.
That's a sad reality. I understand he's a politician and everything. I just don't understand why good, honest folks would want to see him gone.
Well, some people just don't align themselves with his way of view.
Now,
That's just
what way of view
that's
would
just
that
the
be,
nature of
darling?
I'm not one to say. They'd just be, they would just oppose what he stands for. And, what sort of causes he talks about.
Addis will point at the painting depicting him in the war.
I could imagine so.
I can believe so.
He says his fondest memories are those from the United States of Fredonia, back when the land was divided and they were fighting. He says he made a lot of good memories out there. I wouldn't know. I've never been to Terra.
Fredonia is a nice place. You just gotta know where to go.
I hear that's not very different from how it is here in this world. They say this world's very unexplored, very different. There's so many big, sprawling skyscrapers and buildings, and not much room for farmland and herding, unless you're under one of those big corporations. And Daddy doesn't want to be under those big corporations.
No. Big corporations just always
Quite the implication you're
greed
saying
and-
with that sentence.
Well, greed's never a good thing. That was sorry. I'm just very blunt. I'm not very good.
Indeed, you'd make a terrible politician.
That's the second time I've heard that today.
Well, consider it a nice, consistent forewarning, then.
I don't plan on going into politics anytime soon, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at here.
Are you saying my daddy's a bad man?
No, I'm just saying. Are you not afraid of the prospect
I think they're
of-
just trying to give hypotheticals as small talk.
I don't like having hypotheticals as small talk. I leave the hypotheticals to the academia. If we're talking about my daddy, I want it to be real.
My apologies, then I'll try to steer away from such topics. This tea is really good.
I'll start another topic, I suppose.
Villages, towns, municipalities, but poaching, very illegal. Especially because humanity just got here. We really don't need to put some of these animals here on the endangered species list already. Especially with some of these poachers, they're not even allowed a free range or anything like that. They have to talk to Daddy for that, if they want a hunting license and permission for that. But as you can tell, some of them don't want to do that. Now, it has been poachers lately, but Daddy's been taking care of them himself, usually giving them warning shots and whatnot, keeping them on their toes. But I don't know, tonight seems a little scary. Big old tracks. Some of them, I think, it's a really big monster, I think. I'm not sure what it is, but I know when you go out there, you'll see it. This happened when Daddy was gone, like while he's still in the city. It was just me back here, and I couldn't do anything. Research a cure for a sort of pool room polio. I don't know what any of those words mean, but
Just know is a terrible disease with a high mortality rate, and me and my research partner found a cure for it.
that's wonderful. That should be applauded, celebrated.
It's really nothing. I don't like celebrations, really.
She'll nod. She got like a bit of a smirk on her face.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'll stand up out of my chair and go. In that case, I suppose we should be off.
Excuse me, Haley. Do you still have biscuits?
I do. I can give you some biscuits if you'd like for the road.
Yes, please.
More than happy to, Charles.
Dude is silent for the entire, like, for the past hour. Pipes up, here, you got some biscuits.
No, Charles is real for that.
No, that's
God.
real as hell.
Sure. Try and show you a thing or two every now and then.
I have not considered medicine, but I'll keep my mind open to that. I wouldn't mind that, especially from someone as applauded as you.
The university I graduated from had has a very good medicinal program. It's just an option.
I'll take that into consideration.
Right, and with a smile, V will get up and begin walking towards the entrance.
Very well. All of you begin to make your leave as Haley Shepard orders her animated staff to float on back to the kitchen. As you all leave the manner of classical paintings and floating vases, not just large, it is a size huge creature essentially, back out to the swamp. As he points out to where this various bits of den could be, there's also a bit of like sheep wool. Clearly the sheep has been dragged or carried, and one of the tree branches like cut into the part of the wool, and you see just like a clot of wool just dangling a bit. It's a bit soggy and wet, but otherwise very fluffy and white. As you all see this grim sign to come, you go into where Anundir points ahead, and you all come to the dour realization that it is a cave, with its only entrance being a waterway. You'll have to wade through the water to get into the cave. Wading through this dirty, yucky water, it's getting up to the point where it's pretty much reaching, for most of you, up to your upper thighs to your waist. Making your way through the bog and the swamp here, you find yourself seeing bits of lush bioluminescence as well. But something tells you that there is something possibly hostile in nature further ahead if the sheep is still around. You are free to move about.
Get off.
So cramped in here.
Yes.
Dude. Just thinking about this soggy egg that's following us.
Don't look behind you, Otis. But there's a soggy egg.
It was like
Wading through this water, you look about. Jonathan, make a perception check for me. Secret perception check. That's right.
Make it secretive. Be sure secret.
There's definitely large creatures. Emphasis, creatures in the water somewhere. You guys have about 10 seconds to decide where you are moving on the battle map.
Get onto land now.
Okay.
Rick's here.
We're missing a Viking.
It already got an under.
Oh no!
Hunter has not moved with us. I
It's
would
just
like
so out there compared to everything else.
I know.
Percy, I would like to recall knowledge on the creature right here.
Occultism.
I just like that out of all these creatures, we can only see the Bogard War Priest initiative.
Yeah.
The fuck?
For now.
For now.
Ooh. Let me see.
We got the
That will
bombers
succeed.
going out.
You are the shape and the mass and the frog-like descriptions. Charles and Anundir have already consumed a number of its brethren, but you are looking at a froghemoth.
Gonna like look at it for a couple of my eyes, go like, oh my god, a It's a froghemoth.
It's peak.
Percy, I would like to
you
know
take
any
a half
special
damage.
actions.
Oh, okay.
Percy, this is a funny question, Percy.
Wait, Shaw, did you even take damage from the last one?
No, I still have my shield on too.
You still take damage.
Oh.
Yeah, your shield protects you from like attack rolls. These are saving throws.
Well, then I can give you your damage. You were supposed to take this,
Ooh.
and then, oh my god, my mouse moved. Yeah, okay. There you go.
Yeah, you guys watch as Archimedes is just barely holding on, flapping on while on fire. Is roasted chicken.
And I feel like kind of like explodes like a puff of feathers.
Yeah.
Like, God
It's a
damn.
chicken like.
Yeah. Yeah, like a cartoon VFX. Or like a audio cue. It's the threat.
Nice
Autis.
head you have on your shoulders.
Boy, we need to flatfoot this bitch.
I know. Gang, we're cooking the ice stock, right?
Actually, wait. You can fly, right?
Yeah.
If you
So
go here.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, now we're cooking.
But I'll have to do 2 movements. Oh, wait, actually, hold on.
Wait, what is your fucking movement?
25.
Oh, only 20.
He is
I know
a heavy character.
Yeah, I have heavy armor.
Deceptively
He do
fit
have
boy.
full plate armor, like you, Jonathan. He just looks pretty as all, you know.
It's just form fitted, so it looks twinkish on him still.
Yeah. I'm glad you said it. It wasn't me.
It's canon. It's canon. It's canon.
I made him like I think underweight by BMI standards.
Charles Benedict.
Okay, wait.
But
no, actually, this
I still have one
yeah,
more
yeah,
action,
yeah.
which is I'm gonna spend on. That's right, a regular ass strike. Let's go, baby.
No way. No way.
Dude. Hit.
Oh
No way.
God.
Yeah, baby.
The exemplar. The exemplar.
The exemplar.
He's setting an example.
But we cannot follow it because he is not a warlord.
How long is the
Son
How long is the weakness to damage?
Till the start of my next turn.
Gotcha. Charles Benedict.
Shaw, this is your moment.
Your companion Atis flew around and struck its back, and it's flailing around, screaming in pain.
Move here. Move here.
You know, use for austerity, +1 feet, so I'm
Okay.
not some actually
Target him.
floating.
Yeah. Yep.
So take that 39 damage.
And then, is that with the doubled or is it out with? Oh wait, no, it's not. That's not a crit. Never mind. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. Boom. And then minus
plus
6.
Yeah.
It is badly as you guys watch as Charles Benedict saunters over and bring disintegrated energy hits it in its fat, bulgy stomach.
That is his turn. Good job, Charles.
Dude, that's crazy.
King.
Was that an illegal spell?
Yeah.
I can't believe he's reported to the authorities.
It's
That
just
warbird is
egg
hitting
magic,
hard.
dude.
Next action is a blessed counter strike. But because of this feat I got, this will only be an MAP -5 instead of -10.
Oh.
Oh my god. You're still gonna roll a 4.
I had 3.
Don't jinx it.
Oh,
See?
it's gonna hit because more blood and God! And the off guard. Ati's flanking and V buffing.
Dude, those ice stocks can't keep up. Or the one ice stock.
You're the one eye stock. Jonathan, how do you want to do this?
Huh?
Which direction is it facing?
It's facing you and Charles here.
I will stick my long sword from one end of its belly and then carve to the other.
And as you carve it out, a set of aviators fall down.
Aviators? Is that what you said?
Oh!
Was a Vishka.
The astral plane is an infinite expanse of the in-between. You're not really sure what happened when Faraday gave him the boot. You should feel really bad about it, though. Like, really bad. He was your brother. He fought to get you out of that hellhole in Fredonia. Is this how you want to repay him? So much for helping a brother out. Maybe you should kick your mom and dad in the astral while you're at it. Why stop at your brother? Kick the whole of your heritage into the mouth of this humongous fucking astral dreadnought. Or better yet, ask your friend John. He hates his blood family, too.
Just there's something about killing this creature and taking it as like, oh, that was tough, and then looking down and seeing those and just kind of pausing.
Yep. And the text there is very much like
You look at this and you go,
that you looking at this creature. Sacred body. That's the passive buff you get from that. Visa's called chemical hardiness, but yours is called sacred body. So those who succeeded, Atis.
He flexes the stink away.
Wait, does 40 not succeed?
40 does crit succeed, so you're not
so you-
affected.
Which is to say, fuck, I'm.
I will say that was the end of round 2. We're approaching the end. We will stop here at round 3. For the time being, this is where we'll end the session for now.
But Shaw won't be here for next week.
I know, but I don't have the time, unfortunately.
I mean, Malik, you can just roleplay as John. I think that is Benedict.
It's simply unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't think he could do Charles justice.
Yeah.